Hi, in this video discuss lead code problem 3211. Generate binary strings without adjacent zeros. Generate binary strings without adjacent zeros. So you are given a positive integer n. A binary string is x is valid if all substring of x of length 2 contain at least one. Return all valid strings with length n in any order. Okay. So we will they will provide n is equal to n. So I have to return in length strings, or actually if for this, suppose for this example, like n is equal to 3, they will return 0 1 0. So for 0 1 0 I have to create all the possible substring um, of length 2. So one is possible 0 1, then 1 0, right? So there should be mm, at least one, at least one. So here actually at least one. Here also. So actually they are also trying to say actually that there is no consecutive zero are present. So 20 present, right? So at least one should be present in the substring of length 2. So I have to generate the substring, all possible string of length n, where actually there should be no consecutive two zero present, right? So whenever actually I am, so first of suppose n is equal to 3. So first position I can place 0 or 1. Suppose I have placed 0. So is it possible to place again here to 0? No. I will mark this here actually mandatory to place 1 here. Right. Then here actually it is optional to place 0 and 1. So then I what actually I can place 0 1 0. Then I can also place 0 1 1. Right. So this is one possible answer: 0 1 0 0 1 1. 0 0 1 0, then 0 1 1. Got it. Now this is where when I placed 0 here. Suppose I placed 1 here actually. Then these two places are still empty. So I have already 1 here. So this is optional to place 0 or 1 here. So suppose I have placed 0 here, then it is still open. And one possible I have actually placed 1 actually here. Right? Both are possible because this is not mandatory to place 1 here. Because already I have actually 1 at the last position. Right. So suppose I have actually placed 0 here. So what is the possible character I can actually place in this index? In this index, I have to place 1 here because this is mandatory. Because if I generate any substring of these two, if I place 0 here, then this condition will fail. That's why this is mandatory to place 1 here. So that's why answer is 1 0 1. Now here actually what is the possible character I can actually place 0 or 1, anything, because in the last index I already have 1. So I can actually place 1 0 and 1 1 1, right? So what is the actually answer? 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 all are 1. So 1 0 1 1 0 1, then it 1 1 0, then 1 1 1. Got it? So what is I have actually in the result I have to return vector of string. I'll take an answer, and I am calling a helper function recursively. So length I have to reach n length, and answer I have to I have to store. Initially string is empty and this is false. This was what false means. False means I can place 0 on anything. So at the first index I can actually place anything. I can start from 0 or 1, anything, right? So it is false. Okay, first of all I have to check, have I created all the in length string. If it is the current string length is already n, so we can't add any new character to the current string because I have already reached n length string. So I'll add the current string into our answer and return from this. Okay, otherwise what I have to check, still I have actually position like for this is actually not mandatory. Not mandatory is mandatory because 1 is not mandatory here at the initially, because I can start from 1 and I can start from 0 also. So that's why I will check it is not mandatory, means false. So I can place actually 0 also here or 1. So if it is not mandatory, then I will attach, I will create a new string. I will create a new string with 0 and string current string plus 0, and will call the helper function recursively and pass the current string s1, new string s1, or actually I have placed added 0 here. Got it? And I have marked this true. Why? Because if it is already 0, then I have to place here 1. There is no option to place 0 here. Because why? Because if I create a substring of these two, then if I place 0 here, then this will fail actually a condition. That's why I will mark this as a true. Then next time I have to place only 1. We can't place 0. And otherwise I will check, I will always, I can always add 1, because there is no problem consecutively. If I this substring, if I have to 1 consecutively, this string is valid. That's why I always add 1 here. I will create a new string of after adding 1, and I will pass the helper function. Here I will mark this false, because after 1 I can actually add 0 or 1, anything at the current index, at the next index, right? Because I already have one for this string. Got it? And I have written at the end, I have written the answer vector. Got it? So what is the time set of this? Like, time set will be, if there is length is n, and for each position I have actually 2 options, so 2 to the power n. Got it? Two option means I will add 0, 1, 0 here, or 1 here. Got it? That's why there are 2 options for each position. Actually n by 2. Why n by 2? Because length is if n, then I have already placed 1 here, so I can place 1 here also. But for if I placed 0 here, then our option will be 1 here. So if half of the 0 is 0, then I can actually say that n by 2. But roughly it is 2 to the power n. Got it? And also understood the logic also, right? Thank you.